The wilderness, with its raw beauty and untamed terrain, has always been a source of adventure and solace. Yet, it is also a reminder of nature's unforgiving power. For some, the allure of the wild is irresistible, but the risks that accompany it can be deadly. This article delves into the harrowing stories of 4 individuals whose hiking adventures ended in tragedy: Gigi Wu, Geraldine Largay, Chris Kremers, and Lisanne Froon, and Susan Clemens. Each story is a sobering reminder of the fine line between adventure and peril. The Bikini Climber and her final descent. Gigi Wu, known as the Bikini Climber, became a social media icon for her unique approach to mountaineering. She would ascend Taiwan's highest peaks, often some of the most challenging terrains, and celebrate her summits by posing in bikinis. While critics called her methods risky and unconventional, Gigi saw her bikini as a symbol of freedom and joy after achieving something difficult. On January 11, 2019, Gigi set out on a 2-week solo hike in Taiwan's Yushan National Park. Known for its steep, rugged terrain, the park is home to some of Taiwan's highest peaks, including Jupan Mountain at 10,223 feet. Despite being an experienced hiker, Gigi made a fateful decision to take an unsanctioned trail, deviating from her planned route. After reaching an altitude of 8,000 feet, tragedy struck. Gigi slipped and fell into a 65-foot ravine, severely injuring herself. Unable to move, she used her satellite phone to alert a friend of her condition and location. Rescue efforts were immediately launched, but bad weather and the park's challenging terrain delayed their arrival. By the time rescuers reached her 2 days later, Gigi had succumbed to hypothermia. Her death sparked a media frenzy, with many reducing her legacy to her choice of clothing. However, Gigi's tragedy was not about her attire, but a stark reminder of the dangers of solo hiking in remote and unforgiving terrains. Geraldine Largay, lost on the Appalachian Trail. Geraldine Largay, or Inchworm as her hiking friends called her, was a retired nurse who had always loved the outdoors. At 66, she set out to fulfill her dream of hiking the Appalachian Trail, a 2,200-mile journey stretching from Georgia to Maine. In July 2013, while traversing a remote section of the trail in Maine, Geraldine became separated from her hiking partner Jane Lee, who had temporarily left for a family emergency. Despite being equipped with maps, a cell phone, and emergency supplies, Geraldine wandered off the trail. She set up a small campsite and attempted to call for help, but the dense forest offered no cell service. For 26 days, Geraldine survived in the wilderness, rationing her food and water while awaiting rescue. She kept a journal, documenting her thoughts and efforts to stay alive. Tragically, her messages for help never reached her family or authorities. It wasn't until 2015, over 2 years later, that her remains were discovered by a U.S. Navy forester just a short distance from the trail. Geraldine's death raised questions about search efforts and the challenges of navigating densely forested areas. Her story highlighted the importance of carrying advanced survival tools, such as personal locator beacons, which could have saved her life. Chris Kremers and Lisanne Froon, a Dutch mystery in Panama. In March 2014, Chris Kremers and Lisanne Froon, 2 Dutch students, embarked on an adventure in Panama. Their trip was meant to be a blend of exploration and volunteering, with plans to work with local children and immerse themselves in the culture. On April 1st, the duo set out to hike the El Pianista Trail near Boquete, a popular route known for its breathtaking views and challenging rainforest terrain. When their host family's dog returned home that night without them, concern quickly mounted. A search was launched, but the dense jungle made finding them nearly impossible. Weeks later, Lisanne's backpack was discovered along a riverbank, containing their camera and personal belongings. The photos on the camera revealed a chilling sequence. Early images showed their joy on the hike, but later photos captured their terrified expressions, illuminated by a flashlight in the darkness. Months after their disappearance, Scattered remains were found deep in the jungle. The cause of their deaths remains unknown, shrouded in mystery and speculation. Some believe they succumbed to the elements, while others suspect foul play. The unanswered questions surrounding their fate continue to haunt their families and the hiking community. Susan Clemens, a tragic end in the Smoky Mountains. Susan Clemens, a 53-year-old mother of 3, set out on a hike with her daughter in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park on September 25, 2018. They chose the Forney Ridge Trail near Klingman's Dome, the park's highest point, known for its scenic vistas and rugged terrain. The pair decided to briefly split up, agreeing to meet back at the parking lot. When Susan failed to arrive, her daughter quickly alerted park authorities. A massive search effort involving over 125 personnel, K-9 units, drones, and helicopters was launched. The dense forest and challenging terrain made the search difficult, and days stretched on without any sign of Susan. On October 2nd, after 7 days of searching, her body was discovered in a remote ravine far from the trail. An autopsy revealed she had died of hypothermia, likely after becoming disoriented and lost in the rugged wilderness. Susan's death underscored the importance of staying on marked trails and carrying essential survival gear, even on short hikes. Lessons from the wild. These tragic stories share a common thread: the unpredictability of nature. While each individual was experienced and prepared to varying degrees, they were ultimately no match for the wilderness's challenges. Their stories serve as cautionary tales for hikers and adventurers everywhere. Never underestimate nature. Even familiar trails can turn deadly. Weather conditions, terrain, and unexpected accidents can quickly escalate into life-threatening situations. Carry proper equipment. Survival tools such as maps, compasses, GPS devices, emergency beacons, and extra layers can make all the difference. Gigi Wu, Geraldine Largay, and Susan Clemens might have had better outcomes with such tools. The dangers of solo hiking. While hiking alone can be a transformative experience, it increases risks. Solo hikers should inform someone of their plans and check in regularly when possible. Be prepared for the unexpected. Nature is unpredictable. Ensuring you have adequate food, water, and emergency supplies can extend survival chances in dire situations. Know your limits. Understanding personal limitations and the terrain is crucial. The tragic fates of Chris Kremers and Lisanne Froon remind us of the risks of venturing into unknown areas without guides or prior experience. A sobering reminder: the wilderness is both breathtaking and brutal, offering experiences that test the limits of human endurance and spirit. The stories of Gigi Wu, Geraldine Largay, Chris Kremers, and Lisanne Froon, and Susan Clemens are poignant reminders of the importance of preparation, respect for nature, and the potential dangers of venturing into the unknown. While their adventures ended in tragedy, their stories have sparked conversations about hiking safety, inspiring others to be better prepared and more cautious in the wild. As we honor their memories, let us also learn from their experiences, ensuring that every step we take into nature is as safe as it is awe-inspiring. If you found these stories compelling, make sure to hit the like button and share this article or video with friends who love the outdoors. Let's spread awareness about the importance of hiking safety and keeping adventure a joyful experience. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more incredible stories, safety tips, and explorations of the natural world. Hit the notification bell so you'll never miss an update. Your next adventure could be just a click away.